I think this dude Draymond got some problems. I'm not gonna lie, bro. I think this boy Draymond got some problems. So he was just in the news a month ago for choking out Rudy Gobert. We talked about that kind of briefly in one of the episodes. Now he's in the news again and has been suspended indefinitely. They haven't said how long he's going to be suspended and what he has to do to come back to the team yet, but he's been suspended for slapping, which he want to say is unintentional, but we'll talk about that here in a second, for slapping or punching, what it looked like a punch to me, for punching Jusuf Nurkic in the face. So, bruh, like, does this dude have a problem, bro? And I also want to ask this too. Is he doing this to people he know ain't going to retaliate? That's what I want to ask too.
Okay. So I was one of those individuals that kind of defended Draymond.
You were.
When he choked out. I say choked out, but when he choked.
He choked him out basically, but he ain't
Rudy Gobert
yeah.
Earlier this year. Boy, was I wrong for doing that. God, dog, I was wrong. Yes, Draymond has an issue. And I think Draymond really, when the heat of battle increases and when the Warriors offense is stymied and whatnot, he just lashes out, is impulsive at whatever sets him off or whatever he feels like he can get a reaction out of somebody. Because I think, and I also think he thinks he's a better actor than what he is. And
that's what he do.
Case in point is this recent incident with Nurkic, right? Jusuf Nurkic. I guess he tried to make it seem like he was trying to swing out of Nurkic grabbing his waist. That was such a blatant punch so or slap, blatant. Whatever you want to call it. So and then also when he stomped Sabonis last year in the playoffs, he tried to make it seem like he tried to jump over him, but just misstepped and stepped on his chest. Bro, you literally stepped on this man's chest.
Yeah.
He definitely has a problem. I think the point that I was making when I said when the offense is stymied, you made a point a couple weeks ago. You brought up this point that when Steph is out, Draymond always finds a way to get kicked out. I think that they go hand in hand. When the offense is stymied, he gets he gets so frustrated because it's not running smoothly because he's the quote unquote playmaker. And so he gets frustrated and it just, he lashes out. I don't know how else to explain it, but yes, Draymond definitely has an issue. He has a problem. I do also think that Draymond does do these type of things to people that he feels are good natured and won't really lash back out at him. But I mean, you say that, and he was messing with Steven Adams, who nobody messes with Steven Adams.
He's such a quiet guy, right? Yeah.
Yeah. But also everybody knows Steven Adams is probably one of the strongest individuals in the league.
100%.
So he was messing with Steven Adams. So and had altercations with Steven Adams. So I don't know if I can say yes 100%. Like he's lashing out at people he knows won't do anything to him, but it does seem that way because he doesn't do it a lot to people that are known to be with the shits.
Right. And Steven Adams, although physically we know Steven Adams could probably put Draymond down. Probably. I ain't gonna say that because Draymond, right. he might have some hands, you feel me? Pause. He might have some hands or whatever, but I think that Steven Adams would just overpower him. I think Steven Adams, if he got mad enough, he would beat the brakes off of Draymond. I just don't like Draymond personally, but that's just because I don't like the type of player he is. But on the court, off the court, he's pretty cool. But on the court, I can't stand Draymond Green. Mm. But the reason why I say he's doing this to people who he know won't retaliate is because Steven Adams is a quiet player. So is Sabonis. So is Nurkic. So is Rudy Gobert. People who he know will not do anything to jeopardize their career because they know Draymond don't give a fuck. Mm. So, but you see what happened in the playoffs whenever LeBron was still with the Cavs. LeBron, he did something to LeBron one game, and LeBron came back and was playing dirty back with him. You know what I'm saying? And ended up getting him suspended for one of those games in that series. So it's just funny because he just does. I've never seen a player with a dirtier highlight film than Draymond Green. I don't know if you've seen it, but it's circulating all over social media that Draymond Green has one of the dirtiest highlight reels I've ever seen in my life. Even going back to like the bad boy Pistons of the late 80s and even the Pistons that won a championship in the early 2000s. It's like those players played hard, but they didn't play like, well, the bad boy Pistons did back in the late 80s. But the 2000s Pistons that won that championship, they didn't play as bad as dirty as what Draymond is playing. But I feel like he's trying to have that moxie about him of I'm one of them bad boys. I'm trying to bring the physicality of the NBA back. And with the rules that they have in the league right now, you can't do that, bro. You can't be that. You can't be that player that you can't try to mimic a player from the late 80s, early 90s in this league right now because it's so much softer. It's so much touchier. You can't do a lot of different things. You can't hand check no more. You can't. You can flop now. It's like a lot of bullshit that you can do in the league now.
You can't flop right now.
Well, you can't flop because you'll get if it's blatant flop, you'll get fined and you probably might get suspended or whatever. But you can literally act. If I guess that's the better word to say, you can literally act, or you can sell a call, so to speak. Couldn't do that back in the early 80s. He thinks he's the best,
Emmy award winning
nigga. What he thinks he's Oscar winning with the way he playing. He is so obvious with what he doing. Like everybody everybody watching can tell that you're doing this on purpose. But I just think he needs help, bro. I think he needs to learn how to handle his emotions because he gets so overly emotional that he just, like you said, he lashes out. And just like with him punching Jordan Poole in the face and got Jordan Poole up out of there. You know, you would say the punch got him up out of there. You know what I'm saying?
Punch got him up out of there. And got Jordan Poole playing all kind of differently.
I promise that boy Jordan Poole got CTE the way he playing in Washington from the punch. But not only did he just plays so weird. Like he just last year, you know, in March from the last season, he got over the limit with his 16th technical foul for throwing a basketball at Russell Westbrook's head. Like, why are you doing things like this? Like, why are you being such a child on the court, bro? He just seems so like a brat. I don't know how much else to explain it, but he just needs some help. Like he don't understand how to suppress his emotions in the moment and use it for positive. Because I mean, I think
he's impulsive.
He's very much so. That's the word I was kind of looking for. I appreciate that. He's very impulsive with his emotions on the court and in the heat of battle because he just lashes out. And and we talked about this before. It might have been the same segment we were talking about. I've never seen on any of our teams when we were playing in high school or even in college where it got this bad. Especially maybe in practice, it might have got a little heated, but in the heat of the game, it never got like this. Nobody. I've never seen anybody in the heat of the game play like Draymond Green plays. Never seen it.
We've had some agitators on our team.
We had some agitators.
He wasn't the one I'm thinking about. He wasn't as dirty, or was he?
Who?
Nah, he wasn't. He wasn't.
Oh, you talking about AC?
Yeah. I mean, he was an agitator. He
was an agitator, but he wasn't dirty.
Yeah. Nah, he wasn't dirty.
On the basketball court, that man probably fouled out every Shout out our boy Aaron Curry AC, man, out there in Pittsburgh, man. Shout out our boy. But yeah, he was definitely an agitator though.
Yeah, he's an agitator.
That man was playing linebacker on the court.
100%.
100%. I hope he watched this.
My question to you is, so we know he's suspended indefinitely.
Correct.
Who knows what that means? Mm-hmm. How long do you think he'll be suspended? Because last time he got suspended, 5 games, I believe he said, and a fine.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm, okay.
Yep. How long does he get suspended for this time?
I don't think it'd be as bad as say like your John Morant 25 game suspension. I think it'll be similar to what Kyrie got whenever he posted that documentary about the anti-Semitic stuff. He's going to be suspended up until he completes what he needs to complete as far as like counseling, anger management classes, some other things possibly to get back on the court. But I think they'll give him, I would say 12 games. 12 games and then complete these steps to get back on the court. And you can't get back on the court until you complete these steps.
Right, because he has to go to an anger management class
and a counseling and a therapist. Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
So I think they give him 10, 12 games possibly. Yeah. Something like that.
Okay. I was thinking, so he did 5 last time. I was thinking like 8 to 10. So yeah, I think we're in the same boat with that.
For sure.
My next question is, do you think he's finished in the Bay?
It's an amazing question, D-Lo. Yes. With the way that he's playing, and the way that the team is playing overall, I think that him and he's not in this conversation, but I think him and Clay done. I think they keep Steph, go into a rebuild after this year, honestly. Especially if they don't make the playoffs.
Damn, is Steph going to be with that though? So I guess
I think Steph is a lifer
to be whatever we talking about. He would need to be. It would be good for him to be a lifer, but would he want to go through that with
the rebuild?
Yeah,
he been doing it one time already. At the beginning of the year,
exactly. He did it one time already. Will he want to do it again? Is my question. Will he want to go through those tough years of pains? People talking about, oh, is Steph Curry's career over with, or does this hurt his? Because now you put him in those legacy conversations. Will he want to be with that, or is what I read a couple of weeks ago true? Does he in fact go somewhere else, and because he doesn't want to re-sign with the Warriors that are going through a rebuild, and they don't want to pay him the amount of money they want to play him. They want to pull in, or they need to pay him. They want to pull in as much talent as they can.
I maybe. I mean, because I think Steph has the mental toughness to go through the bullshit. I don't think he really listens to the what word am I looking for? I don't think he listens to the critics. There you go. I don't think he listens to the media, the critics that often. I think he has the mental toughness to go through it again. And if they're going to keep anybody, they got to keep Steph, who's considered by a lot of different people too as one of the greatest of all time. So if they're going to keep anybody, they're going to have to pay Steph and try to rebuild and bring in, get draft picks and bring in different people. So I think they get rid of Clay because Clay ain't played well since that injury. He ain't played. He honestly been some ass. It's funny because I was watching it. Like I said, Claying about this, and I'm about to get back to Draymond in a second. But I was watching It Is What It Is on the way to work, and they always do like these underdog fantasy picks, and they was clowning Clay because underdog fantasy was putting stats together to try to get Clay to be productive. So they was like, do you think he gets 22 and a half points, rebounds, and assists? And they was like, yo, they play with your name, Clay. They fucking with you, Clay. They trying to figure out a way to get you to be productive, dog. They fucking with you, Clay. But Clay, he ain't played well. And I think they need to get rid of Clay, get out of that big contract that they gave Clay a couple of years back, get out of the contract with Draymond, and rebuild around Steph, bro. And I know Steph is, this kind of feels weird to say that because he's still playing well, but I know he's kind of like on the, not that he's not still in his prime or whatever people want to call it, but he's still on the back end of his career because he's been in the league, 15 years now? 15 years, I think. I think 14. He because I played against Steph when I played in 2008. So this would be his 15th year, right?
He left in 2009, 2010, didn't he? So this would be like his
14th, oh yeah, I think you might be right.
13, 14th
year. 13, 14th year. Yeah. So so I think they rebuild. I think they get rid of Draymond and rebuild this. And I don't know where Draymond goes. I don't know who would pick up Draymond to deal with the bullshit unless he actually gets his act together over this time that he's going to be suspended. But I don't know who picks up Draymond. I think if they do release Draymond, I'm gonna go on the record to say this is last year in the league because I don't think nobody want to pick him up.
I was thinking that too, but somebody will pick him up, not give him a healthy contract.
They give him a vet minimum. Contract. He'll get a vet minimum, I think.
He'll get more than a vet minimum.
You think so?
He'll get a good contract. He won't get a healthy contract. And as soon as he displays any type of this stuff, they'll get him out of here. He'll still get his money as NBA contracts are guaranteed, but they'll get him out of there quick. They're not going to deal with it like Golden State has dealt with it for over the years.
Makes sense. Oh, y'all still here, so that just must mean you love the content. And if that is the case, there's a video on the screen right here. Make sure you click that. We believe you're going to love that one as well. And we're almost to our 500 subscriber goal. Go ahead and help us get there and hit that subscribe button on the screen right here. And we're on all your streaming platforms, wherever you find your podcasts.